Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ani and today we're going to be getting into a beauty toot. Yes, I said a beauty toot because it's short for tutorial. But anywho, we will be getting into that in a second. First things first, if you have not hit that subscribe button, go ahead and hit it because you want to be updated on the latest stuff we do on this channel because, I mean, 100% beauty and its family is awesome. So, join. All right, so without further ado, stay tuned. We'll be back and then we'll get started. All right, so welcome back to my channel. Again, I'm Ani for all of those new people out there, and hey to the old people. So today we're going to be doing a beauty tutorial. It's kind of like an experiment because I kind of know it's gonna work, but I kind of don't. So we're gonna see. I mean, I'm not exactly sure, but I'm gonna try it. I'm going to try to crinkle my 30-inch wig. As you guys can see behind me, it's there, she there, she ready, she fabulous. But yes, we're gonna go ahead and crinkle it. So I'm going to try to do that with some mousse and some rubber bands. And then I'll let it sit for a couple hours and then we'll come back to it. So let's go ahead and get into this. All right, so now that you guys are up closer and we're ready to get started, the items you're gonna need for this are, of course, your wig and your wig head. Y'all already know the story behind my ghetto wig one, so we're not even gonna talk about it. And you're gonna need some mousse. I have herbal essence. You can scrunch with this, but we're gonna try something different. And you also wanna have a brush, comb, and you want little black scrunchies. So that way you can seal the ends of your braids, okay? So let's go ahead and try to get started with the first one. So with my wig, I'm going to go ahead and start off with sections. So I'm gonna take me a little section right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with my comb just to kind of comb out this little section, just to get it nice and neat. And I'm gonna go ahead and, move all this back because, don't nobody need all this. I did pre-straighten this wig though before I did shoot this video, so if you have this wig, you understand my struggles. But it is called Darche and I got it from Beauty Trends, so if you're looking for it, go ask and they will be glad to assist you. All right, so I'm starting with this one small section right here and I'm gonna go ahead and put some mousse on my fingers. Go ahead and just rub it on. I'm not exactly how much I should be using. Again, I'm just experimenting with this. If I don't like it, I'll probably more than likely wash it out. So as y'all can see, I'm about to use the last little bit. And I got it in the hair, nice and... Jesus, what? All right, so again, let's pretend like that didn't happen. And I'm gonna go ahead and part the hair. It's got me like fucked up, y'all. All right, so I'm parting in 3 sections and I'm just gonna go ahead and start to braid it down. Now I'm doing tight braids because I do want these crinkles to be like nice. So I'm just going super hard and trying to make sure that I braid this nighty tight. So every time I braid down, I'm just kind of pulling. And I'm just pulling as I go. So I'm making sure that I tighten the braid as I work my way down. This wig is probably gonna take us a decent amount of time only because it is 30 inches. But if you're doing a shorter wig than this, I would say that it might not take you as much time, but just be prepared. Don't rush it. You gotta be cool for when you stepping out for the quarantine, when quarantine is over. You gotta be cute. See? You're in agreement, say. Let's see. See you. agree. All right, so there you have it. There goes your first one. Now, one thing I will say that I wanted to do just to, you know, see if it makes a difference. I'm gonna go ahead and just put a little bit in my hand. So really much less than what I put the first time. And I'm just gonna run this down the braid because I really do wanna give it the opportunity to seal in itself. Well, it's, you know, in its form. So I'm going all the way down, maybe a little bit more. All the way down. Just so this braid could have some time to harden up a little bit. But there you have it. There goes your first individual plait. You just want to make sure that you continue to try to keep that as neat as possible. I can't feel it while it's wet, so I would just wait till it dries before you pick it apart. But so I'm continuing to, matter of fact, I think I'm gonna put, this was all part of my little experiment. Okay, so I think I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm gonna do some at the top and then some at the bottom. So these will probably be a little bit smaller braid, but I mean, I think it'll be really nice for the outcome. So I'm gonna just comb through here real quick. It's still wet. Let me put a little bit more at the, you know, just at the tip or at the base. And I'm gonna go ahead and just start to braid it down. So yeah, this wig, it is definitely gonna take some time to do this just because of how neat I'm trying to do it. This is not one of those just hurry up and braid types of things. It depends. The neater and the tighter your braid, the better I feel like your crinkles might be. So we'll see. I'm doing some tight, some loose, but we'll see how this affects. It is harder to braid longer hair though. If I had long hair, you would not catch me braiding that thing, honey. At all. Never. All right, oh, and I did separate the top half from, you know, the bottom half because I do want to try to keep the frizziness, not like the frizziness, but like the puffiness the same. I don't want it to be just flat and then poof. So I'm going to do it in layers, depending upon how the back turns out. So wish me luck, guys. Hoping that this turns out right. There you go. Right, and I'm going to go ahead and seal it off with a rubber band. Boom, you are done. So, continuing on throughout the rest of this wig, I am going to go ahead and finish braiding it off camera. This is pretty much self-explanatory, so it's pretty easy to just braid it down until you get into all of your sections. And once you finish, we'll go on to the next step. All right, so as you guys can see, this is the finished product. Yes, it is nighttime because as you guys can see, it took me forever to do this-ish. So definitely make sure that you take your time planning for this. Also, make sure you do it in layers because you don't want it to just be flat and then bump. So I tried to get as close to the top as I could. So we are going to wait overnight and allow this to dry, and then we're going to take it apart in the morning and see how it turns out. Good night, guys. We gotta do like the Instagram girls. We'll see you tomorrow.
You're special.
Alright, I'm for real. See y'all tomorrow. So hello, welcome back, guys. As you guys can see, it is a new day. I've gotten some sleep. I've allowed my wig to sit all night. It's all warm outside, y'all. I'm really feeling like this is gonna be good, you know. So I'm gonna take it down, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put it on for you guys so y'all can see how it turns out. So I did let it sit overnight. I did not touch it after I finished braiding it. I just kind of let it sit. And then this morning I checked on it. It's not as crunchy as I wanted it to be, so I'm a little bit nervous. But we're gonna go through with it and see what happens. So a whole lot of them, so it's fine to lose one or two. But all right, so I'm going to go ahead and take a rat tail comb and I'm going to pick it apart because I don't know, I just feel like it turns out better that way. There's already somewhat of kind of a crinkly consistency. I mean, and then after I'm pulling them apart, it just falls apart, so it's cool. What do you think? It's a little crinkly, but not like too crinkly. I think it's just the texture of the hair, but I do like it. It looks cute so far. So take it apart and see how it turns out. What do you think so far about this little section?
Not bad.
Doesn't look bad. Okay, cool. So we'll keep going. But come on closer, guys, so I can show you guys exactly how this looks. All right, and I'm just pulling. I'm going to undo this braid with my little rat tail. So I made sure this rat tail is big so that way I can get in there if I need a little one. I will say I did add a good bit of this mousse to it because I could definitely see it, the residue in the wig, but I'm going to make sure that I, go a little bit lighter next time, but it does hold the curl a lot better than I thought, so that's good. All right, so as you guys can see, I went ahead and took it apart. It looks a little wavy, not too crazy wavy, but I mean, it's definitely there. You can see what I was trying to do, so it looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and continue to take out the rest and speed it up a little bit, and then I will come back once I've completed taking them out. All right, so I have finally finished taking out all of my braids, and this is the finished product. So it turned out wavy and cute. I did have to spray a little bit of water on it because I did definitely OD it with the mousse. So you don't need as much of that product. So I would advise not going too heavy on it, especially if it's an extra old. You don't really need too much at that point, but it did turn out pretty cute for the most part. Like, I'm really excited about putting it on. So I'm gonna go ahead and adjust it, put on, and then I will close out the video in this wig, so stay tuned. All right, so as you guys can see, I went ahead and took it out, and I am wearing it currently. I think it turned out pretty good. I'm actually pretty satisfied with it. I will give you guys an up close in about a second, but again, like I said, I would stress not putting as much product in the hair just because it makes it a little bit easier when it comes down to the maintenance part of it when you're taking it down. So other than that, if you do go overboard, a good hack is spraying some water on it, running your fingers through it. It does get rid of a lot of the residue, so that's a nice little tip. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Oh, come closer so I can show you guys really quickly a full 360. As you guys can see, I'm gonna do like a full, a couple of angles. It does go all the way down, so we're not able to fit it all in the little frame thing, but as you guys can see, it turned out pretty decent. I think it turned out really nice. And if you let it sit longer, it'll probably turn out even better. So, let me know down below in the comments what y'all decided to do, because just let me know. I think it turned out really cute, and this is a nice, easy way just to fix up a straight wig if you don't wanna, curl it or go through all the extra stuff. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Also, let me know down below in the comments what types of results you guys got, how long you let it sit, etc. Because I really want to know what results you guys got. But hit that subscribe button. I love you guys so much, and I will see you next time.